Hi, this is George from Strezov Sampling, and today I'm very pleased to show you the new update for our choir line, which is called the SYLLABUILDER update version 3.5. So, how do you know which version do you have? Let me start by this. Uh, when you go to this is the SYLLABUILDER patch for the WOTAN men. So when you go to the top right uh, icon for the settings menu, when you click on this, at the bottom left you'll see the version of the SYLLABUILDER and when it was updated. So this is version 3.5, updated February 2018. Very exciting update for us for a number of reasons. So first off, let me start by saying thank you to everyone who has bought our products and who continue to use them on a daily basis. This update was actually made with your help and with your support. Um, One of the features that we introduced, it's a major feature. We've been working on this for quite a while. Um, this feature is actually being able to edit multiple syllables at once. So one thing that people were not getting enough was the quickness of and the possibility to edit multiple syllables at once to adjust their attack, release, volume and offset at the same time. So now you'll be able to do this. It's a great update with it was kind of hard to do it, but now it's set. It works flawlessly. So let me show it to you. It's very simple. Basically you need to hold down shift on your keyboard and and then click on any of the syllables. So right now I cannot click on boo because by default it's being edited. So it's, you can see that slightly grayish. So I'm editing this at the same time. So if I change the release time, the attack, and maybe the volume and offset, and if I go to the other syllables, you can see that it has the same settings. So for instance, if I'm going to just choose the first and the third one and increase the offset, you can see that there's a difference right here. So it's very easy. It's really easy to do this. Very useful if you want to edit multiple syllables for the rhythm, or for the legato speed, for the agile legato speed. Again, you have tons of options, and we're trying to speed up the process so that everyone can use the library and explore its full potential in their music. So the next update included into 3.5, the next feature, it's also very exciting. This is something that I personally wanted to do for quite a while, and it's the looping feature. So it only works if I click on the on the connect and morph mode. So as you can see, if I click once, this is connect mode, and you have this new icon at the top right, which is like the looping circle. Alright, so let me use morph. I will first I will zoom loop these, and then if I click on all the syllables and edit their rhythm to, let's say, half a note, you will see that all of them have like half a note. Yeah. So right now this should be looping constantly. Check this out. And I can change this to, let's say, and add another one, like say, for instance, which will be slightly longer. Let's say this. And it's very useful if you want to do some let me change the note tone so it's more like the sound is more intimate, And let me just do a slightly like a cluster or so, some sort. Maybe the se is a bit too loud, so let me decrease this with 3 decibels. So this also works with just the ordinary connect mode. Again. And it works until you release the keys, basically. So what else you can do that's really cool, let me just bring back the morph mode. And that's, I'll increase the amount of the whispers to be triggered by a 24 velocity. And I'll turn off the shouts just for the sake of this video. So let me just show you how many soundscapes you can actually do with just a few clicks of the mouse. Check this out. So as you can see, you can do really cool stuff with this quasi-aleatoric stuff as well, using the whispers and the shouts, and even just the music, because you have the syllables, and if you go like if you place the notes not at the same time, you can have stuff like boo, boo, ki, 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 and going on and on, so that you can create something that's very rich into texture and kawas. So that's very exciting. One of the other updates is very specific for WOTAN. As some of you may know, WOTAN has been the first library in our next generation choir series, and as such it didn't have the same sample material as, for instance, Freya or Ava. So what we decided to do is to apply the knowledge that we acquired through those releases, and to apply it to WOTAN and to record polyphonic true legato using our specific legato techniques that we've developed through the past 2 years. So we've acquired these, applied it to WOTAN. So now you have true legato patches, polyphonic true legato with vowels like a, u, and the consonant m. So that's very exciting, recorded separately for basses and for tenors as well. So right now you have much more tools applied to WOTAN as well. This update, I have to say, this update will be free for all existing users of the library. So that's very exciting. It's our way of saying thank you for your continuing support for our company, our small company. So we've decided to add this to make WOTAN fairly compatible with Freya Nava. So right now you have the same amount of tools that you have with the other libraries as well. And one minor thing, but still very important, I would say, is that we also got back to the editing stage of the SYLLABUILDER patches. This means that we decided to go especially for the basses, for the low profundo voices. We decided to go there and to edit out all noises that have been present in the recordings. So now I have to say, I have to make like a bracket for this, and we do have our sampling philosophy, which is to keep the recordings as raw as possible, as close to the recording as possible. So what you're hearing in the library is what we get at the recording stage in the Sophia Session Studio. So we try to make it as close as possible, no external processing whatsoever, so that we keep the rawness and the beauty of the actual recording. So we focus more on recording and on playability, on musicianship, than on trying to fix things later on with EQ and compression and so forth. So, but we decided to edit these noises out, but I have to say this has been done manually. So it's not an automated process. This is very important to say. It's not an automated process. Nothing in our sample development process is automated. So each sample, each group, each zone, each velocity or dynamic level has been manually put into Kontakt and manually edited, so that the starting point is the most playable thing out there. So the same applies to the noise reduction process as well. This has been made absolutely manually, painfully I would say, listening to each of the samples and figuring out what the best way to get this to keep the rawness of the sound and not to make the effect very distractive. So this is something that we also included in WOTAN. So everyone who already has the library will need to re-download it, so that you have the full spectrum of the library with the edited materials and everything. So yeah, very exciting. We have made some videos, short videos demonstrating the legato, so you can check them out in a bit. And yeah, again, the SYLLABUILDER update 3.5, it's very special. It will be a free update for all the next-gen choir libraries. And have in mind that you have backwards compatibility, so you can use your previous presets from previous versions. If you have any of those, you can use them with the new version as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this has been very exciting for you, as it is for me. You can see I'm again very excited. Thank you. Cheers.